Alright, welcome back everybody. We are going to try and continue with our winning in the lower ranks here. We just had a nice big win that got us to 83 points in Night 2. Still at a 75% win rate and 100% top 3 rate. So we will continue on the Pawn to King series right now. Hopefully we can get to Bishop pretty soon, and I think at that point the quality of opponents is going to pick up drastically. I think, at least from the first time that I climbed the ranks, I kind of noticed that pawns kind of have no idea what they're doing. They're just putting random units on the field and seeing what happens. Knights are very aggressive about... Ooh. Definitely locking that. Knights are very aggressive about getting 2-star and 3-star units on the field, and they roll really aggressively to do that. And I think Bishop is kind of when people start realizing that that's not the optimum way to play. So I think once we get to those ranks, we will start to see some higher level of opponents. But right now, we still do have to complete the grind through Knight, so let's get on it. This was an incredibly good shop, and in fact, I'm not even sure which units I want here. I think I'm going to look here and see. We have one Divinity. I'm going to watch and see what people buy. Getting the Pair of Gods would be really nice, but also getting 3... Okay, so someone else has a Pair of Gods as well. Huh. Let's throw in the Skybreaker, and I think I will go with the Goblins right now. We could try like a fun Goblin Mech Warlock build, which is always interesting. It does feel really bad losing this Pair of Gods of War, though. But I think it would be foolish to lock that for another round, because I would much rather get the chance to 2-star this unit. So unfortunate that we got really high quality units there that we couldn't keep all of them, but that's okay. Here... Huh. Actually, I'm going to do something that might look strange, and I'm going to buy these Glacials here. I haven't showcased any sort of Knight builds on this channel yet, so I may just end up forcing like some sort of Knight Glacier build just to show how I play that. Let's see, we got a couple defectors here, but I don't really see any Knights or Glacial units out there, so we could have a pretty free pass at getting this. And that Dracula Mask is really nice because we end up with a Lightblade Knight and with a Berserker. So putting a Frantic Mask on one of those 2 units is really good. I'm not going to 100% commit to that, but it's looking like I'm going to give it a shot here. I think what I'm going to do is pick up the pieces and just keep my strongest lineup on the field here. So for example, right now, I definitely want these units on these items on the Soulbreaker here. I'll probably end up selling him, so it's okay. And I'm going to pick up the pieces to Glacier Knights. And we'll go from there. We do have a gold that's doing nothing, so I'm going to buy the God of War. So this player has 4 goblins, and he has the 3 goblin buff, so he may beat us here with his health regen. We'll see. We do have a 2-star Soulbreaker against his 2 1-stars, so we do have a chance here. Okay, wow, that was fortunate. So what we're doing is trying to put a strong team on the field. And what's going to be the strongest here? So I need to put 2 more units on the field, actually. Could throw these 2 on for... the Glacier buff, but they're not very strong. I think I want another frontline unit, and then maybe something like the Lightblade. That may not be the correct decision, but I'm going to go with it for now. And this is a very temporary decision, right? I don't plan to be leaving that Red Axe in. I just thought he may have been the best option this particular turn. Very unfortunate that Taboo Witcher's on my Skybreaker, because Skybreaker's ult is very good. But we're dodging that Abyssal Crawler like mad, so that was nice. Cool. So we are starting out pretty well here. Hoping to find some more knights, so I can actually go ahead and sell him, because the Hell Knight is a very nice piece to have in here. That gives me two warriors, or two, I'm sorry, knights, and it gives me the Hell Knight has the demon passive, so he's going to do a lot of damage here. And I would really like to find another goblin, so I could have the goblin bonus, but I haven't found it yet. It's a little unfortunate. Something like a Ripper would be really good. Okay, so Shadow Devil does a ton of damage. He's probably going to end up winning just because of that. Oh no, we won. So I'm going to sell this God of War so I can get up to 10 gold after this, so I can start generating interest. I think these goblins are going to help us win streak our way into a knight comp. In my opinion, knights aren't exactly in a great place in the meta right now. And I'm looking to see who has knights. Nobody has knights. So knights are absolutely free this game. Okay, so there's another goblin. Let's throw him in because he's going to make our other goblins much stronger. And I think we're in a great spot right now. Still looking, double checking to make sure I don't see any knights on the board. Lots of goblin mech going on. Ooh, knights down here. So we've got a Hell Knight and a Frost Knight and a Venom. So this player could be going Dragon Knights. In my experience, I believe Glacier Knights wins pretty consistently against Dragon Knights. So if he is going Dragon Knight, I'm not too concerned about it. The only concern is he's going to be taking some of my pieces. So I think we'll be okay, but that is something to keep on our mind. Whenever I'm playing, especially on my main account, I look at the lobby and I figure out what builds everybody's going. And if I am one of two people who are after the pieces I'm looking for, I think that's okay. But if there are three people trying to take the same pieces that you're trying to take, in my opinion, it's not worth competing. You're all three just going to be weaker because of it. So you're better off finding another build. So currently, I think I'm one of two knight players. So one of two is okay. This guy does have a defector, but honestly, defector is like my least impactful unit. So I'm not even going to put him in until he's giving me the 4 cave buff, or the 4 glacier buff. So I really don't care about having the defector on the field. Ooh, I may end up losing this round. That unicorn is worth her weight in gold back there. I really expected my Soulbreaker to kill her, but he did not. So there goes the lose streak. That was to the second place player. A little unfortunate, but not too bad. I mean, we're still round 8. We've got over 10 gold, so that's kind of the goal that I've been telling you guys. Get 10 gold by the end of round 8, so you can have 50 gold by round 15. When you're playing an economy style game, that's kind of what you want to aim for. So we're still on track for that, so I don't feel too bad. Alright, so there's our 4th knight. So if I wanted at level 7, I could be rocking 4 knights, 3 goblins. The goblins are upgraded, so I'm going to hold on to them for now. But once I start upgrading these knights, I'm probably just going to make the switch. And I'm wondering if I should take out the light blade for the Argali. Or I could just do this. I wasn't going to be getting another interest here, so I was thinking that just throwing another unit on is probably a better play. It'll help me have a higher chance to win, and it'll preserve some of my HP. So that's why I did that. One thing about knights, though, is you do want to hit level 8 very quickly, because you're looking for Dragon Knight and Berserker, and those are both 4-cost units. Right now I only have a 7% chance of hitting those on any one roll, but as you level up, that chance increases. So once you're at level 8, you have a pretty good chance of finding the 4-star unit, or the 4-cost units you're looking for. Double checking. So it's still 2 knights players, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Ooh, and we found 3 knights here. That's super good. So now we've paired Hell Knight, we've paired the Argali Knight, and the Frost Knight. When you are playing knights, it's important to know which ones are good to 3-star and which ones are either not worth it or highly unlikely, and I wouldn't even bother. in this case, your 2-cost ones are the ones you want to try in 3-star. So Hell Knight and Lightblade Knight both hit huge spikes at level 3, and it's fairly likely that you can hit them to 3 stars. Argali Knight is okay. Frost Knight really does not benefit from being a 3-star unit. I would never really try and 3-star the Frost Knight. It doesn't really give you much. He's not that good. And now we are hitting the more knights, so it's a little earlier than I would like to, but I simply don't have space to hang on to all these guys, so I am going to sell them and throw 4 knights on the field. Oops, did not want that. And I'm going to throw in some Glacier. So we're going to go like this. We don't have any 2-stars right now, so we are pretty weak. But Knights have a decent chance to win any round that they're in. And let's see, I probably want the Kappa on... I'm not sure who that's going to go on yet. Probably the Desperate Doctor or maybe the Argali Knight. He does true damage, so doing 8% per true damage would be pretty nice. And we got kind of crushed here, so it could be in our interest to do a little bit of re-rolling here. I'm not sure I'm going to just yet. We could probably wait a few more rounds. We have a... I was just going to say we have a pretty good chance of 2-starring something here, and unfortunately we didn't. And wait, did I not buy both of those Evil Knights? Ooh. I think accidentally buying that Abyssal Crawler messed me up, so I missed out on an Evil Knight, which is really bad. But anyways, we have several units to paired up, so it's only a matter of time until we start hitting those pairs and really start improving. Knights, once you've got 6 Knights, and once they're all to 2 stars, they are surprisingly tanky, and they live for a surprisingly long time. So, once you can get to that point, they're very strong. However, with the current pace of the meta and the current strength of warriors, it's very hard to do that. So, something like this, where I lose by 1 unit, is like a blessing right now. Fortunately, I didn't have a lose streak there. If I win, I'll hit 38 gold, so I'm kind of wondering if I want to sell anything to get up to that value, but these are all important pieces for me, so I don't think I'm going to. Now, I'm also looking for Shiny Dragon and Venom, because the foundation for Knights builds is all the same, and it's whether or not you find your Dragon Knight or you find your Berserker kind of dictates which build you go. It's not if you find the other pieces, because the other pieces are very common. So right now I'm still thinking in the back of my mind, I might play Dragon Knight, I might play Glacier Knight, and it all depends on which one I find first. Please attack Venom, thank you. We have a chance here. If we get our passive off, no we did not. Okay. That's okay. And there's another 2-star, so slowly but surely we're finding them. And like I said, still looking for Berserker, Dragon Knight, to see which build we go. Here, I've got 45 gold. I can spend the 4 gold here to buy these 2 Druids. This just gives me an opportunity to possibly Unicorn Trick next round. So I am going to hold on to them. And I'll probably end up selling them next round regardless, so that I could hit 50 gold. And then here we go, 3-star Defector. Like, I don't understand like what happens in these lower levels with people hitting 3-star units so early. 3-star units really are not that important. It's very impactful for certain units. Things like a God of War, a Gursus Ranger, Lightblade Knight. But like a 3-star Defector, I don't think that's worth it in any world. I don't understand this play at all. That's Bull X. So if we see, he's down here. Very low economy. Tons of units. 51. I actually don't need to sell both of these. What I can do is sell him and buy the Venom. Because I could be going for Dragon Knights, right? So Now that I have the Venom, I'm one step closer to possibly implementing Dragon Knight. This is the Wolf Pack. I need to position for that. I forgot. Oh, little late there. So I may end up losing because of really bad positioning, but I think we'll probably be okay because Knights are quite tanky. So we'll see how this goes. But now that we're above 50 gold, our objectives are pretty straightforward. We need to find Dragon Knight or Berserker, and we need to hit level 8. Regardless of which comp you're going, level 8 is a really good spot for them. You can have Glacier Knights online at level 7, however it's just a low probability of finding Berserker at that point, so I prefer to just try and push to level 8. And we're going to keep throwing our damage items on Lightblade because her ability bounces, so she just does more damage with the damage items. So they just go further for her. Unfortunately, there's not another druid, so I'm actually gonna... I'm going to level twice here. Fix my positioning. And we're actually gonna go like this. Something like that. And if we lose, I'm going to sell one of these unicorns to get back up to 50 gold. I'm hoping we win, obviously, but I have that play in mind in case we do lose. And like I said, I do want the Hell Knight to be a 3-star, so I am going to buy Hell Knights and Lightblade Knights for the duration of the game because I do want those units 3-starred. Okay, so we're going to lose this, which means I'm going to sell the unicorn. So just to get another interest. So I essentially just sold her for 2 gold. And we will level up here so we can put another unit in. And another nice thing is by leveling up, we have a higher level shop now, so we have a higher chance of hitting those high level units. Okay, we can invest 10 gold into experience. We're still above 50 HP, which is very nice. And who are we going to put in? I think the Argali Knight is quite nice with his heal and true damage, so I think just having another Argali Knight is not bad. And in fact, the one with the Kappa I want here. If the enemy's over here, he's going to get more directly into the fight. So they are, so you'll see this guy will... Or, you know, I kind of have these ideas about positioning and then things just happen differently than you expect them to, and you just kind of gotta live with it. So we may end up losing this as well, but okay, and this guy's got a Berserker, so we really wish we had that Berserker. And this is a strange comp. I actually wonder if that's a bot. One thing that you can... Oh wait, I don't know about low-level bots. When you're in the high levels, you can normally identify a bot because they will be... You'll be in a lobby that's mostly like Rook 7, Rook 8 players, plus you got Kings in there and stuff. And then there will be a random Rook 3 player who's just getting destroyed. And normally that player's a bot. But I don't know how to identify the bots at these lower levels. One thing you can also do, who was that? That was Bull-X, is look at their positioning. So if their positioning is really nonsensical, if they've got a full bench and not a lot of money, you can also kind of safely assume that they're a bot. So this player may actually be a bot here. I'm not 100% sure on that, but that player could be a bot. Okay, and we just lost another round, so we are actually under 40. So we need to start thinking about how we can start recovering right away. I think the correct play is to, well, by that, I think I can level up here. It costs me 1 gold to level up. I can put another unit, and then next round I'm going to start rolling heavily, looking for Dragon Knight, looking for... Oh! Someone quit. Very good. If I can get some of the... I forget what it's called. Wooden Club, I can get more Frantic Masks. They do stack, so a couple Frantic Masks on a Lightblade or a Berserker, and you know that they're going to be doing some work. Okay, so this player's got our Dragon Knight. It's really unfortunate we have hit neither Dragon Knight nor Berserker this game, so we're definitely going to look for it next round because we can't afford to keep losing like this. And there's another Knight player, Knight Assassin, and he's got the Dragon Knight, so not too surprising. But this has been pretty low rolly for us so far. Okay, well this is really nice. That was very nice for us, so let's go ahead and throw that in. Let's put these onto... Actually, I'm going to hold them in case I hit a Berserker. And now we're going to start rolling. So we're looking for upgrades, and we're looking for Dragon Knight. Actually, he's already 3-star, so we don't want that. So next round, I'm going to fix this. When you're Dragon Knight, you want to have 6 Knights and 3 Dragons on the field. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lose these 2. And I'm going to put 2 dragons on the field, and then I have a double out there somewhere. I don't know what it is. So we'll take the double out. So Dragon Knight requires level 8 to fully put on the field. I can actually sell this. Did I get it in time? I don't know. So let's sell the Frost. Let's sell this, and yeah, the Hell Knight is the double. Okay, so I can put the Dragon Knight on. So we're going to put him in the corner. We're going to put the Venom here, the Shiny Dragon there, and the Argali there. So we have a full Dragon Knight comp going on out here. Let's just make our guys a little tankier. And since we're not getting a Berserk, it's okay to put those items there. Now, excess gold is simply going into rerolling. Evil Knight and Argali Knight are both 2-starred already, so I'm not going to try and upgrade them. My gold would be much better spent elsewhere. Okay, Shiny Dragon, we do need to upgrade. Okay, so just like that, we finished a comp, and we instantly won the next round, and we beat this player, I won't say their name, and Mainfire. So I think one thing that I've noticed a lot about low levels is if you can finish a comp, you will do well. I see a lot of players who have no rhyme or reason to their builds, and if you can just get a coherent build on the field, you're going to do well. And actually here, for fear of losing too much health, I'm actually going to try and upgrade. Look for my Dragon Knights, look for my Light Blades, because those really are a huge upgrade for us. Hell Knights are great. Obviously, I'm going to stop here until the next round. So this is the player we just beat on his screen, so I'm hoping that that trend continues here. We'll see how it goes. It's looking like he's actually going to beat us this time, unfortunately. Dragon Knight is quite good, but not until he's 2 stars. At 1-star, Dragon Knight's not very powerful. So we really need to upgrade him, and we really need to get a 2-star Light Blade, because those are our main damage champions. Okay. The path is clear, now we just gotta execute it. Light Blade, perfect. Berserker, too little, too late. Hell Knight. So we're looking for very specific units, so it's very easy to go through this quite quickly. Ooh, and another Hell Knight here would be glorious. And we did not find it, unfortunately. Okay. So at least we 2-starred the Light Blade. He is going to give us a huge damage bump, so that's going to be really nice for us. In fact, we will probably end up beating this player here, simply because of that Light Blade is just going to do massive amounts of damage. And you see the Argali had his true damage burst at the beginning, so that's why he did a ton of damage, but the Light Blade is catching up pretty quickly. Alright. Evil Knight is definitely going to be the main tank. He's the tankiest of your knights, so I'm definitely going to go ahead and put my tanky items on him. That's why I have him in the front corner. Okay. A little disappointing that we can't 2-star this Dragon Knight. But I don't feel like we're in a position where we can safely economize back up. We pretty much have to win streak the rest of the game. So if we look at the lineups, we have a player who's level 8. What is going on here? I don't know what that guy's doing. Feather does do quite well versus Knights, so we may end up losing to that Feathered player. But what's really nice about Knights is they do very good against Mage. So if you were struggling with people just forcing like Divinity Mage against you nonstop, the damage avoidance of the Knights, the 75% magic resistance, is super nice. You position your Knights far back so that they have time to get their shield proc before they get into the fight, or at least early on in the fight, and they can mitigate a lot of damage from Divinity Mage Burst, and it really goes a long way in helping you beat Divinity Mage. I'm thinking, since the Lightblade is my main damage unit, I kind of want her to get a little into the fight faster. So I'm wondering if something maybe like this is better. So she's a little better positioned. Venom's going to jump in anyways, so that gives my Dragon Knight a straight shot into getting into the fight as well. And then the Shiny Dragon, she should be able to attack from here. Once these guys move up, then he can just move up a little bit. So yeah, I think that positioning worked out quite well. We're looking for wooden rods, or whatever they're called, so we can put more Frantic Masks on our Lightblade. That's really the item we're looking for here. Magicka Crystal is good. I'm not sure who I really want to put that on, though. Too late to 3-star the Lightblade. I normally like to try and do it, but it's just too late. Okay. So who do I want casting faster? So the Venom's going to cast right away. But then I want him to be able to get his next ultimate off very quickly, because if a Venom ults an enemy, they're going to take 1250 damage, which basically means they're going to die. So if he can get 2 ultimates off, then he can basically kill 2 enemies by himself, which is very nice. Okay, so here's a Mage player who's positioning on our side of the map. We want to give ourselves a little bit more time before they get engaged on us, so what I'm going to do is switch sides, so that we're not getting just bum rushed by this Mage player right away, because I cannot survive another hit like that. So we're going to move over here simply because of that one player who can beat us. I think we can handle everybody else. Main fire, okay, that person beat us too. Yeah, not having the Dragon Knight is really hurting us here. Okay, so we're going to move sides. And I'm actually going to reposition the front line here. So I like, as far as my front line, I like having the tankiest, then the next tankiest, then the next tankiest. And I'm actually, this could be an improvement. Having the Hell Knight over here to pick up if anybody jumps on the side right here. But except for in this case when they're on the same side as you. So we'll see how this goes. But Knights against Mages, we should be okay. He doesn't exactly have a cohesive team, but he does have multiple 3-stars. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. And it's going to be down to the wire, I think. And okay, he's got a Berserker, so the Berserker is just going to eventually kill us. So Venom did a good job, but not good enough. If he could ult, he would kill him, but he did not. Still looking for Hell Knight, still looking for Dragon Knight. Okay, we can lock this so we can get the Hell Knight next round. It's been a very unfortunate game for us, though. He has a shield. Shields do not stack, so the next one's going on the Argali. And then I'm probably going to put this on the... I could go on Venom or Hell Knight. Venom jumps in, so I'm probably going to put it on Venom just so he has a better chance of living. Hell Knight's going to be 3-star next turn anyways. And I really would feel really bad if I lost this, because I am about to 3-star my Hell Knight, which is going to be super good. Okay, so just moving into the opposite corner, this Divinity player who beat us last time, we were able to beat him quite comfortably this time. That's one thing with mages. If you know you're going to be going up against a mage player, you want to be in the opposite corner typically. Okay. So we can 3-star our Hell Knight now, which is going to be a very nice improvement. So he now has 2800 HP and 5 armor, 1750 and 10 armor. So I'm actually going to put him in front. He is the better tank now. And this is honestly, I doubt I'm going to ever end up 3-starring this Dragon Knight now. It just doesn't seem likely. So this is probably the final incarnation of this team. So we're hoping to knock out 2 players before we die. That's kind of the scenario we're in. And like I was saying when I started this video, I don't think Knights are in a good place right now. So I wanted to play Knights simply because I hadn't shown them on this channel before. But as you can see, like, it's just not going well. I don't think Knights are in a good spot in the game. I believe they were nerfed in one of the more recent patches because Dragon Knight and Glacier Knight were very dominant in the meta, but I think the nerfs may have gone a little too far. So I think maybe reverting a little bit of those changes would be very nice. Ooh, attack speed by 30%, but my light blade is full, so I messed up there. I should have left a space there. Magic resist, so I definitely want that on my tanks. Let's put it on the Argali. And who do I want to cast? I probably want the Shiny Dragon to get more ults off, and I'll go ahead and put this on the Dragon Knight. Dragon Knight attacking faster is very nice, because once you get him to 2-star, he is your main damage source, and all of his damage is from auto attacks. So he's definitely a good person to put that item on, but in the current form of my team, with the Light Blade being a much stronger unit, it would have been better on the Light Blade. So I'm definitely going to put this onto my Shiny Dragon, because that's a free 400 damage when the fight starts, and I really want that. More magic resist, so that's going to go on my other tank, which is the Evil Knight. We can teleport dagger. I may just not use this, actually. Venom's going to jump in anyways, so maybe I could put it on the Venom. And let's roll for Dragon Knight. I mean, it's not going to happen, but it's really the only thing we've got for us. Okay. Very unfortunate. We've literally only seen one Dragon Knight, and we are playing Dragon Knight, so a little unfortunate for us this game, but this could actually be the last round, which is very disappointing. I was very much hoping to maintain a 100% top 3 rate all the way to Bishop. Oh, would you look at that? I just did. We got very lucky there with the player losing before us. So technically we maintained 100% top 3 rate. So let's go ahead and look at the final score screen. And this is crazy. In the leagues on my main account, if I get 3rd place, I'd be lucky to get like 1 to 5 cups. So getting 50 cups for 3rd place is just mind-boggling to me. Okay, so let's see here. And I think from the score screen, what we're going to see is our economy was not very strong, and our army value is not very high. So I think we were kind of playing from a place of desperation, and it made us play poorly. If we were able to save a little bit of HP early in the game, we would have been better off. So yeah, you see here we've got $64 of army value, which is not very good, and we only have 228 economy. So this player, actually, Mainfire, has a lower army value and a lower economy, so I am unsure what happened here. The 2-star Berserkers probably just carry him single-handedly. Honestly, it feels pretty bad to lose to these two teams. I do believe that if we had found a 2-star Dragon Knight, we would have beat either of these teams comfortably. We have a full comp, he's got 6 warriors, and he's got an unfinished Beast Warrior comp. So it kind of feels bad to lose that game like that. We were trying to force Knights. Knights, as I was saying, are not in a good position in the meta, so getting a 3rd place finish from trying to play Knights was actually pretty good. It just doesn't feel good as it's happening. So there we are. We've played Knights now on this channel, so I think we've played Knights, Assassins, Divinity, We've played Warriors, so it seems like we may be due for some sort of open forting game or feathered game. So I think that may be what I do next. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate you guys subscribing and watching my videos. So if we look at our stats here, yeah, so we have played 9 games. We've won 6 of them. We're still 100% top 3, but there should be an asterisk there because we lost seconds after somebody else. Otherwise, we would in 4th place. And our average place is 1.5. So thanks for watching. Please go ahead and leave a comment if you have any questions about anything I said this game or anything that you'd like to see in the future. And I will see you guys next time.